Our next movie is I Love Dogs, the latest cinematic opus from quirky working filmmaker Wes Anderson. And Wes Anderson's movies have long been known as love it or hate it affairs. People who love it for its quirkiness, its oddball, deadpan humor, and its interesting visual style. Others hate it because they think it's elitist, it's not funny, it's pretentious, and a host of other descriptors that I'm not even going to bother to mention. I fall into the latter category. I've seen The Royal Tenenbaums, I've seen Moonrise Kingdom, and now I've seen I Love Dogs, and let me tell you, I hate Wes Anderson. He has a good visual sense, that's true, but his movies are so self-congratulatory. It's like, ooh, look how quirky I am, ooh, look how mainstream I am, ooh, look how I'm rejecting the mass consumerism of Michael Bay in favor of some filmmakers that you've never heard of. I'm like, God. I honestly, if I didn't know better, I swear to God, he'd be wearing a beanie in 80-degree weather and horn-rimmed glasses. But I know that's not the case. Anyway, his latest movie is I Love Dogs, a stop-motion animated film about a group of dogs who have been stranded on a trash heap in the middle of the ocean because of an outbreak of dog flu. And the tyrannical mayor has decreed that all dogs, stray and pet alike, be, ostracized to this island of trash. And 6 months after they're there, a little boy flies over there in this little helicopter plane thing. And it's so quirky and precious. And crash lands to find his dog, and a group of dogs try to help him achieve that goal. And this could have been a semi-cute, if warped fable, but if only Wes Anderson's ego hadn't gotten in the way. Anderson has always loved the oddballs, and that's fine. But his characters and their dialogue are so divorced from any known plane of reality. Like, they don't talk like normal people. I mean, they don't in Quentin Tarantino movies, but it's so his dialogue is so stilted and pretentious and self-congratulatory. It is, and they're all the characters are the exact same. Deadpan, antisocial misfits who obsess about the most random quirks. Like, for example, one of them, voiced by Jeff Goldblum, is obsessed with spreading the most bizarre rumors. Another, voiced by Bryan Cranston, is obsessively contrarian to everything, and it's so boring. It's so unbearably boring and pretentious, and I hated this movie. It gets a half star from me.
This is a borderline unwatchable film. If we weren't reviewing it, I would have left the theater not far into it because I could tell it was not getting better. It's horrible on so many levels. You mentioned, everything falls flat. The humor falls flat. The storyline is horrible.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's visually very ugly. I mean, he did stop animation in Fantastic Mr. Fox, and part of it's because of the world they're at. But it's an ugly film to look at.
Yeah,
I mean, this is such a terrible, terrible movie. And it's mean-spirited. This is another thing.
It is.
These horrible things are happening to dogs, and it's not really used as any sort of dramatic weight. It's used they'll talk about the most horrible thing happening, and then make a joke a minute later, a bad joke,
exactly.
So
exactly, Wes Anderson. His movies are so mean. It's cruelty. I mean, his movies are actual examples of cruelty. And we're supposed to laugh at, animal abandonment, animal abuse,
abuse, experiments,
scientific experiments, and nuclear weapons and stuff. It's like, this stuff is not funny. I mean, anything can be subject for humor if it's done well. Like, for example, in the movie Santa's Sleigh, there's a little foo-foo dog and this suburban, family where you're supposed to hate everyone and watch them get their just desserts. little foo-foo dog was, kicked by an evil Santa Claus, and it spins around in the air fan, and that was pretty funny. But this is just mean, I mean, it's so cruel. And what's even sicker about this is that Anderson wants us to laugh at this. He wants us to be able to point and laugh at animal cruelty, laugh at, child abandonment, laugh at the victims of a psychopathic mayor. And it's like, what kind of a sadistic jerk is this guy? And what's really astonishing is that he gets such amazing casts for his movies. Like in this movie, this has, Jeff Goldblum, Bryan Cranston, Bill Murray, who's been in all of Anderson's movies, Frances McDormand, Scarlett Johansson, Greta Gerwig, everyone from Edward Norton to Yoko Ono. And I'm wondering, his movies never get big budgets, so it's obviously not the money. Are they so hard up to do something other than stand in front of a green screen and say the most banal dialogue? Or do they see something in his movies that you and I don't? Because I want to know why these really good actors are appearing in these just sadistic vanity projects for this psychopath. Right. If you want my opinion, I think he has some damaging pictures of these people.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to give you my opinion on it. It's a typical belief from the outside world, the average movie-going fan, that critics are a bit of elitist and look to praise films that the majority of filmgoers would not enjoy, and also to kind of crap on films that they would. And I feel like this is some of their strongest evidence here, because Wes Anderson's films, including this one, all sit in 90+% positive, glowing reviews. Not even just, okay, that was okay, like, this is amazing, just praise upon praise, although you do notice, you see their true feelings when the Academy Awards come around.
He hasn't won anything.
Yeah, thankfully. But just so they can kind of feel good about themselves. So I think these actors want to stand in that sort of fake spotlight of praise. And
this is the kind of movie where I think 90% of the people who say they like it because they think it's cool and trendy.
Yeah.
And so that alone should tell you what kind of movie this is. So if you want the real honest to God truth about this movie, it sucks. It's worthless. It's a piece of crap. Don't bother.
You will not enjoy it. And there was a decent amount of people in the theater that we saw it in, and there was that was the most laugh I heard the entire.
This isn't film. Dry. This isn't dry humor. This isn't understated humor.
Yes.
This is just cinematic sewage. It's a worthless motion picture. A total waste of the talents of all these, talented people. I really feel bad for trashing on this movie because a lot of hard work went into creating this stop motion animation, but it's just under the surface of assuaging Anderson's narcissism, and that makes it even more sick.
Right? The responsibility of this film falls on him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's writer, director. Everything's with him, and it's a horrible movie going experience for
watching this movie voluntarily. I mean, we sat through it because we're film critics, even though we don't get paid. I mean, sitting through a movie like this, we should get paid.
Yeah.
But sitting through a movie like this, it's not just watching a bad movie. This is sitting through this movie voluntarily is an exercise in masochism. So please avoid this movie at all costs.